Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're gonna take a look at a team around Magcargo in the Sunshine Cup. Sunshine Cup is still available together with the Ultra League, but would you like to see some Ultra League gameplay as well? Then I would really appreciate if you leave a like on this video, but also let me know in the comment section if you're also interested in the Ultra League. I'm not too sure about it. Might make a video today about it and see on how that's gonna go. So if you want to see more Ultra League videos there as well, maybe support the video that's coming out today then. I actually have not done a video yet towards it, but I might will. So yeah, feel free to do that. But otherwise, we're gonna take a look again here at the Sunshine Cup. We're going to have a double grass team, which is quite an interesting thing here, because of course we're running in a meta where the best Pokemon is Talonflame, and Talonflame is quite a tricky one for grass types at least. We're going to have here the Say-Stop of the Whimsicott, and we're going to have in the back the Shadow variant of the Jumpluff. You can also use the normal variant. There's one bit of an issue for this team, which is going to be this Pokemon we're facing right now, unless we gonna nuke it away with an Overheat. And it's going to be the opponent's Dunsparce. Dunsparce has coverage for both our lead as well as our Pokemon in the back. If you want to avoid this a little bit, you can use Superior. The one issue why I don't want to use Superior is that Jumpluff is better up against a Dragon-type Pokemon, like something like a Flygon. And so, yeah, kind of choose your kind of fighter there. Like, you can go for a bit of a better team against something like the Dunsparce here with the Superior. Actually, we did do a double grass team recently only with the Smackdown Chestnut. So, I guess is it actually the team that we're battling? I think it's very close to it, so that's kind of hilarious. Anyway, we're going to move on to the next opponent. That's kind of the idea behind it. We're going to have here the Say-Stop now of the Whimsicott here as the opponent goes into the Talonflame. There's one funny interaction here actually, which we will most likely see in today's video as well. Not in this matchup though, but the opponent decides to go for a charge move. The opponent usually has to decide to go for a charge move here in order to really win this matchup. Here we're going to have a nice matchup now for our Magcargo as well, which is going to be able to go for the full farm. And this is like the cool thing about this whole scenario as well. If you're going to encounter the Talonflame stays up against you, you're going to perfectly always farm the Pokemon down with your Magcargo. And that is just very good, because as you can see here, Magcargo does quite some decent damage. Now it's down to the Jumpluff to win the battle. It's going to be a bit of a longer one, because we're going to fight off against a Diggersby, but we can go for that super effective energy ball, do a lot of damage straight away, and we can let the fire punches go through to see how much damage it actually does, which is not that much to be fair. We are going to be able to take another one as well. We're going to use a shield here though now on this one, because you also don't really want to be in farming range for the opponent. And it looks actually quite decent for us so far. The opponent is going to be able to take that aerial ace from the Jumpluff, getting the shield here. I'm going to try to go for the Rock Tomb against the opponent's Flygon to either get the drop or the shield, and both of it I will get, which is going to be great. I could decide, no, okay, I'm just gonna let the move go through. I can just go for the full farm down. The opponent has a debuffed Dragon Claw against me, so like, what do they want to do? I'm just gonna keep the shield here, and this is going to be a very good game, as the opponent is gonna go down here, and one more energy ball is all it takes to knock out this Diggersby. So, we're gonna move on to the next opponent. Dunsparce in the lead. I have to say, with this team, I had the worst lead luck I have ever seen. The amount of all of a sudden Dunsparce and Quagsire in the lead. Like, I basically only encountered Dunsparce and Quagsire lead. Like, there was next to nothing else I encountered. And it was really ridiculous, because yeah, usually Magcargo has a lot of play in the current meta, as all grass type Pokemon as well as Talonflame have horrible times against it. But that, I guess, doesn't really matter today, because we're not going to encounter those Pokemon. Lovely stuff. Anyway, we're going to see here the Whimsicott from the opponent. They can go for the Seed Bomb, they can go for the full farm down. They might be able to get to another Seed Bomb here. Oh no, that's going to hurt me so much. It does not. Honestly, Magcargo is, by the way, one of the Pokemon where I would be excited to see either a move update, like maybe something like Flame Charge on it instead of Overheat, or a Shadow bonus. I think both of them would be kind of cool for it, so let's see what's going to happen in the future. Here we're going to see the Quagsire coming in, and they're going to swap back into that Dunsparce, making it a very awkward matchup for us. We have to let the Rock Sides go through. It's less damage than the Stone Edge is, and we have to really play smart here. I'm going to decide to go for the Aerial Ace early, try to go and get the shield from them. I don't get them, but I can go for another Aerial Ace and try to get another knockout here. Let's see if the opponent decides to use the shield or not. They decide to let the move go through, and now it's down to us against that opponent's Quagsire. And what we're going to try to do here is try to get the opponent into a range where we are going to be able to just get the knockout by farming them down. So Aerial Ace is coming through, the opponent knows it's just an Aerial Ace, I want to get the damage in, and I do get the damage in. And not only this, I'm also going to be able to catch the move here, which is going to be that Stone Edge, completely one-shotting us, giving the opponent no energy at all. Now it's down to the full farm down. I have a shield left, and I'll let the move go through. It's going to be the awkward tail bait, and with this, we're going to be able to win the game here, and we can move on to the next opponent. Like literally, like what is my lead like? Like literally every single, like, I don't think I actually encountered a single Talonflame lead. I'm not too sure about it, but I don't think I actually encountered one of them. And all my battles before, I had basically all the time Talonflame on the lead against me. It was kind of ridiculous. But anyway, here sadly the opponent is going to be able to farm me down. If the opponent is not as fast at swapping out, it is such a good matchup for us, but like this is basically the worst possible matchup, especially here. They got up, of course, to 100 energy, and they're going to be able to go for 2 Brave Birds, leaving us basically just with 1 Pokemon left, and it's going to be up against a Credilli. And this opponent in particular, I want to say, fair play to you. You really kinda outplayed me here a lot of times. Great shield here already, fair play there already. It is going to be a tough matchup. Don't get me wrong, it's going to be a very tough matchup here in general to win the battle, but it's not impossible yet, and so we're gonna play our best, but this player really played well. Shielded every nuke up from me, which is already a huge benefit for them. We decided to go for another shield for the Rock Set here, of course doing the most amount of damage, but not only this, we have to kind of be mindful there. We're gonna have to try to go for the overheat against the opponent's Credilli, and look on how well the opponent plays there. They wait out so long and then still swap out, which is so random, like basically to catch the move there, but so well played by the opponent. Shout out to you, well played there. Just kind of like that's the thing as well. I actually don't really mind losing if it's down to the opponent playing better than me. And that is definitely something the case here. Like that's the thing as well. I never get upset from losing a game. I know a lot of people be like, oh no, I only went like 2 or 3 or whatever. Like, how could this happen? I only get upset when it's due to lag or due to my own misplays. The opponent was just better here. Like I tried my best. The opponent just outplayed me here. Shoutouts to you, well played there, good game. That's all I can say about it. Next opponent, we're going to encounter, wow, a Quagsire, horrible. And we're going to see a Talonflame here. This might be the matchup. Let's see here. The opponent was very late at swapping out. And this can actually change quite a bit something here. Because thanks to, I think, the Fairy Wind buff there, we are going to be able to 2-shot the opponent with Moonblast. It is resisted. It doesn't matter. Goodbye there. Against Talonflame, winning back switch advantage is so ginormous, as now we're going to have the Quagsire against our Whimsicott. The awkward thing here is, though, the opponent is going to be in a spot where they have access to at least Stone Edge, and they're going to have, you know, a Dunsparce against us as well. My goal is to catch a Rock Slide, and we're going to be able to do exactly this. Why catching a Rock Slide? Because Drill Run would be a one-shot. Rock Slide is something that we can still take, but the opponent plays it interestingly here as well. They're mostly going to go straight for the Drill Run. They decide to do exactly this. Now it's down to the Jump Love. We know the opponent's team, and so we also know that we have an okay spot here, but we definitely don't have a great spot here. We're gonna go for the Aerial Ace. Aerial Ace is coming through here, is going to be able to get the shield from the opponent. I could go straight for another one, but I don't really want to risk it. If the opponent let the move go through, it would be a little bit annoying for us. And so I'm gonna overfarm by a bit. We can go for the Aerial Ace. Everything looks kinda okay still for us, and they still survive. And I have to let the move go through. And this is really annoying because now we're going to be not in Stone Edge range, it's going to be Awkward Tail range, and as the opponent gets the move here right now, we're going to lose the battle. If they did survive this, didn't survive this one, I'm very certain I had a very good shot at winning this battle because the opponent had to basically land a Stone Edge. If we would be able to correct, basically call the bait there correctly or like call the shield correctly, I would have been fine. But yeah, sadly like this, with 1 HP there, the opponent wins. Great lead for us. Actually the first winning lead matchup for us, and the opponent swaps out into a Pokemon that we can deal with as well. At least that's what you think. Great play from them. Shoutouts to you. Here's the thing, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I just don't get why you would run such moment. Like I know, like the only weakness of this Pokemon is grass type Pokemon. So having such moment, which I know of course, makes usually a lot of sense. But if you think about it, it literally only helps you in one matchup, and that is Whimsicott. And I have only encountered, I think so, 1 Whimsicott so far from my opponents, or like maybe 2 Whimsicott. Like it's an insanely rare Pokemon to be used. Like it's not something that's like insanely common or anything like this. And so I don't really get it. Like, I really don't really get why the opponent has such mob on this Pokemon. I feel like there is way more potential for Stone Edge on it. There's a reason why this is the recommended one there. And I don't mind, like, congrats to the opponent. They're very likely going to be able to win the battle because of this play. Don't get me wrong, I'm not upset about the opponent. I just don't really see the play in the current meta. I would not recommend you to go for it. And yes, while it worked against me, there are just way too little amount of like Whimsicott, and Stone Edge is just the harder hitting move against Pokemon like Abomasnow, like the Jumpluff, stuff like this. Like, so, yeah, again, worked out for them. Good job there. Shout out to you. I always like to see something that is a bit more unique and funny, but I just don't think it is a great play, generally speaking. So maybe next time we're going to be able to have a bit of a revenge here, because they're going to have here the Abomasnow against us. In comes Flygon, going to be great for us. Flygon actually has access to the move Stone Edge, which can be a bit of an issue. Doesn't have, I don't think it has coverage against Fairy type Pokemon. I don't think it does learn any like Iron Head or a Poison type move. I don't think it learns either of them. So yeah, we're going to see here the knockout. They're going to get the attack drop, which is actually quite impactful. You might think, oh yeah, that doesn't really matter. No, it does matter. Like, this Moonblast would most likely nearly knock out the opponent's Abomasnow at this range, but they're going to survive now in the red health, and yeah, most likely would have been able to knock them out without even needing any help there, which would have been great. But also, we're going to encounter here now the opponent's Dunsparce, and we're going to be in a lovely spot. Why are we in a lovely spot there against the Dunsparce? Well, it's going to be a core breaker for our team. We are able to go for a Rock Tomb, which guarantees drops the opponent's attack, allowing us to easily take 2 rock sites from this one on this one here. And we just have to get them low enough that incinerate damage is enough. We don't really care too much about the Abomasnow. The Abomasnow is honestly literally just fodder. Like, it doesn't matter, because my endgame plan is to win the battle with incinerate down on my other Pokemon there, on my Fireboy. But I completely disregard my plan here as well. So shouts to me there for using a shield on a Pokemon that I definitely shouldn't have not used a shield on. Don't make the mistake, it is silly. But yeah, Dunsparce coming in here. We're going to see the opponent going for a rock side, and we are going to go down here. Now it's down to our Jumpluff. Can we still win the battle? It was a very silly play for me to use one shield there. I should have mostly just went for the full farm down with my own Fireboy, but yeah, it is still going to be enough though to win the battle, and that's going to be really it. Next opponent, we're going to see here the Flygon against us on lead. Again, horrible lead for us. We're going to swap out straight away just to get greeted by the Abomasnow. And that's what I mean. If you don't get the debuff onto your Pokemon before, Abomasnow matchup all of a sudden is a winning matchup for Whimsicott, and that is quite hilarious, because now the Flygon is not aligned against the correct Pokemon. We have to see what they have in the back. It is going to be Dunsparce again. Horrible for us, but it is what it is. And we will see here as well, the opponent is going to have to take the hit. It's going to be an attack dropping move there as well, which is going to be great. And they are gonna go ahead, let the rock side go through. We will see the charge from coming through from us as well. It's going to be a seed bomb. This is going to be fine. Getting some nice damage onto them, and they're going to have now the Flygon coming back in. We can go ahead and go for the Aerial Ace. This is going to be able to hopefully knock them out. Let's see if this is going to go and work out here. It does not go and work out because the opponent decides to use a shield. Still tries their best to win this matchup. They're going to be able to very likely knock out our Jumpluff here actually, if they are using another shield, because I think I still survive this one, but I would knock them out with an Aerial Ace. We have some lag there as well, which is really annoying. But yeah, it at least still worked out that we got the move off. And we can now go ahead and go into the Magcargo. We have the Flygon up against us again, and the opponent played it so well, basically transferring the damage of the Magcargo onto their last Pokemon, allowing them to go for Scorching Sand in one with 1 HP. Very well played from the opponent here. If you hear like the sound there as well, I have no idea what is happening here, but I guess like, I don't know, the neighbors or whatever is hammering. Sorry about this, but we're literally on the last battle, so I think it's going to be fine for you. We're going to have here as well the opponent going for the rock side. I actually have to, by the way, commentate over the noise because I kind of want to get the video done. I'm already 2 hours later than I'm supposed to be getting stuff done, like 3 hours when you actually see the video. So yeah, I want to do another video later on for the Ultra League, of course. Then feel free to leave a like on that as well. I don't know when they're done with whatever they are doing here, so I just kind of have to commentate over it. I think it's currently a bit quiet anyway, so hopefully it's going to stay like this. Last battle anyway, here we're going to see the Seed Bomb coming through. They're going to have a Tropius in the back, which is going to be great for us. So we can still go for the Moonblast. It is going to allow us to get the even attack drop there, which is kind of crazy. And they're gonna go back into the Digger Spear, try to catch the Scorching Sand here, which doesn't work out at all. Maybe could have went for a Rock Tomb. No, it doesn't really make too much sense to go for a Rock Tomb. They go for the Fire Punch spam, as we can try to get still some energy balls, but we're in a very solid spot here anyway, as the Fire Punches are coming through. Like, honestly, very sorry for like the extra noise in the background. I don't really know what is happening there, but it's quite entertaining, isn't it? It's quite entertaining here. But yeah, we're gonna get the defense drop also from the opponent, which is lovely. And in comes the Tropius, and the Tropius is gonna go down. And with us, a very lovely song in the background there, apparently. We're gonna end this video. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. If you did, feel free to leave a like, and hopefully you don't have neighbors that are hammering. So see you then. Bye-bye.